Okay, ready?
Can you hear us right now?
Can they hear us? No.
Can you guys hear us right now?
Car lot here. We've got the 51 Packard loosely reassembled to look like a car.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too bad.
No, man.
We put some headlights in. I forget the name of the gentleman who donated the hood ornament. Please come by so I can say thank you. It was a local guy, and he showed up the 10 minutes that month that I wasn't home. And the thing was sitting on the car when I got back. I didn't even get to say thank you.
Really cool.
What an amazing gift. Thank you so much. Again, the car not worthy, but we do appreciate it.
Susie thought he could shoot like James Cameron.
Behind the scenes, like,
That's
we
right.
were behind the scenes interview with B&B.
That's why I documented everything in his book.
Scott, the loser I knew.
Please. All right, William. Okay, William. We get the point.
Canada's worst people will be right back.
Don't make me laugh, man. Okay.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay.
What do you got?
Oh, here's a treat that you've seen before, but you were just too modest to ask about.
Oh, yeah? You mean I forgot to steal it?
Yeah.
Here's my
I
chance.
saw you eyeball on this one.
Yeah, I was eyeballing it, I'll admit that.
I don't know, I can't even remember.
Holy, that is cool.
It is cool, eh? High Fire V8. Dodge Plymouth. Guys, I think it's a 55.
So we can...
But look at the front. Like, I mean, the lid, I didn't do that. It was in the trunk of that 58 Plymouth that I got a long time ago. But it's...
That's cool. So this would fit that 270.
Yeah, so...
Yeah,
and it has the
that's
original
all right.
clamp on it.
Yeah. Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that an oil bath? Don't tip it on its side if it is.
Shit, you're right. Oh, you're right.
You
It's
know
heavy.
how I know? You just ask the guy who's poured more oil on his new pants than anybody else. Which
So,
you're
basic-
are you wearing your new fucking pants, buddy?
Second pair.
Your dungarees.
Different pair, but yeah. No
I'm
biggie.
doing greasy flips and you're digging through mousy and fucking MTV trunk lids.
Oh no, this is
That
great
is
though. It's still like it's.
That's cool.
I've had this thing for since like years, but I thought it was kind of. I know it's from
that's
50.
gorgeous. I don't want to change nothing. Put it up over here. We'll clean it up later.
Yeah.
That is really very nice of you to donate.
Yeah,
that,
man, no
buddy.
problem. Donation time. Oh,
Yeah,
can't go
well-
there. No, can't go there.
Yeah. Put it by all the beer cans there. Knock over a couple of those beer cans and put it on the shelf.
Thanks for taking it off my hand.
Oh yeah, I love it. I think you're right. It is a little bit too crusty to risk putting it on the engine. I would
Yeah,
hate to suck anything into the
Yeah, I
engine.
wouldn't want to put it on the engine. Yeah. But it's.
Well, it'll clean up. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah,
I'm not going to paint it
It's
either.
amazing how the counter makes the
I
leather
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, doesn't it?
makes it look like it's.
I thought it was pretty good. So,
Wow.
clean that shit up, buddy.
Alright, well, let's get started on the Buick carburetor here. It's very, very seized up. And it's been soaking in oil for a couple of weeks since we got the car, and just no progress at all. It is still frozen solid. I think that it's got to do with the throttle shaft, which passes through this fairly long passage here. There's probably enough surface area in there to prevent this from rotating. This side is free. You can see if we crank on it that this one starts to move. This is frozen right to the side of the body here. I'm going to start by taking the starter switch off. Everything's complete and nothing's really damaged, so other than the rust and presumably accelerator pump, diaphragm, or a seal, and the usual, dirt and garbage, it's probably not going to be too bad. So let's, I'll rip it apart here and we'll just have a quick look. They're lightly disassembled, and you know, whatever, the usual. No real damage, but not you know, not going to run. The biggest problem with all these old things is the circuit that runs from here up through there to the little jets, and there's multiple check balls and passages that are very small that will clog. So getting that system working is number one. Usually the main jets and stuff's pretty easy to blow out. This system here involves at least 2 check balls and hydraulic seal and a certain amount of, you know, these needles pull up and allow more fuel through as you open the throttle. The other thing that happens is this valve is supposed to slide up here, and this was not attached to this anymore, and laying in the passage there in the little, that all sits in here. When I turned it over, that pin fell out. It was just glued in the bottom, and this was all moving freely, as we can see. These all move together. So that would never have run. So that will go in there, and then that will restore function to that. So through some combination of witchcraft, vacuum, and, you know, other people's engineering, that all makes things happen. You know, we're not being asked to design it here. That would be hard. But just to figure out what's going on and find the broken parts and fix them, not really that bad. It doesn't need to come apart much more than this. Miles informed me that he has a kit. We will see. Really, the only thing that comes out of kits, if the gaskets don't tear, the only thing you really are happy to have is that seal there. It doesn't even look that bad in this case. So this would be an example of a carburetor. I think if we fix that and clean everything, it would probably be restored to service relatively easily. We still have not freed up the actual throttle shaft, so I'm going to carry on with that. Just putting all the wee pieces in here, and then everything will get cleaned at once. So that's the smoking gun. Of course, it's not really a smoking gun because we didn't try to start the car. So that's like what would have been the smoking gun if we had tried to start the car and it ran like shit. I'm going to soak these throttle plates here in some deruster, because that's not dried up gas, they're actually just rusty. So that was not helping, and it did turn out that it was actually just seized up right inside here, as we suspected. So once I had the plates off and I knew I wasn't going to do any damage, I was able to twist on this end like that, a little leverage here on that end, and by going back and forth, we you know, within within less than 30 seconds I had it all working. So, and it's nice. I mean, I guess one thing about stuff that's not worn out is it will seize, because there's not these huge clearances everywhere, but that is moving very freely. So I'm not going to bother disassembling this any further. We're just going to clean it all up, oil it, get all the rust and shit out of there, and reassemble it. Hey, we're here with Miles today, and we're going to tackle the carburetor for the 59 LeSabre.
See if show's going to be a runner for us.
Yeah, so if we're really lucky, we'll have it running today, and then we'll see what it needs after that. But let's have a look at where we're at here, because it's a beautiful day, and we've waited all winter to be able to play with carburetors outside in the sun. So here we are. Pretty, yeah, it's a Carter.
Nothing too...
what do they sell? WCD, or it's a WGD. There we go. It's not too dissimilar from, it's related to what's on the Frazer, actually.
Okay.
So, very simple. I'm not even taking it fully apart, more about cleaning it up. There's the, I went over it briefly in the dismantling video. Probably just watch that if I'm any kind of an editor, which I'm not, so who knows. Here's the bits, right? The only one we gotta be careful of, this one is very small. This is the culprit. That is probably why the car was parked. And the rest of it is whatever. I got these guys, I think I don't know if I put them in the rust remover, and they come out really nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
And they look You can see they're pitted. Like there was definitely
Terribly,
a lot
yeah.
of corrosion on there, but they came back really good.
And
The rest
edges.
of it's just clean up and reinstall, really. Yeah, and the bloody throats themselves are very dirty, so whatever. It's carburetor fun time. What do you got there? Ooh, got all the
Shiny
weapons.
new. We're
Shiny.
throwing nothing but money at this
Nothing
build.
but money at this build. Speaking of big dollar builds, hey, I'm gonna go smoke weed and get drunk while you do this. See you later.
I like it. Sounds good.
I haven't done anything with this yet. Yeah. So here is it as it sits. Yesterday I pounded the moldings out on the side and reinstalled them, and I'll tell you how good it looks. Even Tom thought it looked not too fucking terrible. Where is Tom anyway? Let's hope he comes by today.
Yeah, we need his wisdom.
We need direction and help. Big day on the Buick here, and I'm going to keep playing with the flat top as well. We're back on the collision here. What's happened is when this fender was pushed back, it has, oops, can we see? It's kinked all these aprons in here. You can see that gap there, shouldn't be there. There's big kinks and all this stuff. The easiest way, I think, to get any of this to line up, because now that we've got the fender fitted, or the fender more or less fitting to the door, not final, obviously, just to park it in the yard, that, and that means that the front fender cannot go down, because that cap's already tighter on the bottom. So if anything doesn't line up, it means all this stuff is low, and it's all pushed back. So we're going to disassemble it all, push it out, put it back together, try and get some of the bolts back in here, try and get the hood. The hood is kinked, same accident, thanks. And let's see, there's a bump in it there, and it does not.
If I tweak the hood, I can gently.
Just about closes, but it doesn't. Push back a quarter inch at least there, big kink in it here, and does not fit worth a shit on this side, even though it's tight at that end. So we have to figure out a way to get this fender over and to get the fender to rotate without pushing our damage back in here. So the easiest way to do that is to take everything apart, put all the pieces that are not negotiable where they have to be, and then put all the rest of it back together to fit the parts that actually matter. And then I'd like to put the grill in and some trim, hey?
Yeah.
Then we can put both these Buicks away
Flashing
and
grill.
get on to the next thing.
Maybe a trunk emblem.
That's a full afternoon's work, so we're going to get at it here. So we're back at carburetor land. Oh yeah, here we go.
I'm starting to see a base. This looks like it's a cast iron or something.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
But getting in there, getting all the
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
soot, getting inside, getting the soot out of those
We'll
things.
blow it all out when we get a little closer. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is level 1, scrape the shit off. And then we'll get a little cuter with it later.
Yeah.
And, okay, good. Well,
Cast iron
that's
base.
just great.
Crazy.
I'll go do some grunt work too.
Right?
Hey Tom, what's up, buddy?
Shopping all day.
Shopping, Jesus.
That sounds like a date night.
No. You know, I've been thinking about that. When the country went metric, shouldn't you be called in kilometers now?
Shut up.
Huh?
You want to go? I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
I punched the last guy too, probably.
Oh, oh, Jesus.
So we're gonna try and get the black Buick going.
I thought that's why I came.
Yeah, well, you came to clean parts or you
Well,
came to...
no, just supervise.
Come on, we got wrenches.
Come on.
We got spare wrenches
Well,
for you.
do you want that thing to run? Huh?
Then I
drive
get-
your 60 yet this year?
No. Never
We
even
should go,
started.
yeah? I wanna go fire it up and have a look at it one of these
What do
days.
you mean, like with a match?
Driving a whole new car now.
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
Don't be looking at the bottom so much.
Body's not included. That was extra.
yeah.
Yeah, body work that's for suckers.
Even that 77 I had to replace all the.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
How old was it when it rusted out?
Not that old.
No.
Because when I bought that car, it was brand new, and I had to repaint a whole shitload of it because all the fucking edges were bare. You know, it was that
Wow.
beigey, like, yeah. I think they started with this automatic painting and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and you know, the thing about that is,
So
They
was that
all
all
got to run
warranty
in
shit?
here. Every
yeah.
fucking one of them. Every fucking one of them. Right
Perfect
in.
robotic
Yeah.
run in the
Yeah.
same one. Yeah. Well, and the thing with robot painters, if one car is thin here, they're all thin.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see the the primer through it.
Yeah. Hey, Boo Boo, what are you doing today? You helping?
Those are pretty neat grip.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna have a winter beater, it better have proper winter tires.
Winter tires, yeah. Use it for a table.
It's a
like,
pretty good workbench, actually.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good bar, too.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I'm trying to put the front of the Buick together, or take it apart, rather.
Oh.
I was just taking this apart. Please tell me that came out.
No, it's spinning. The other
Is it?
bottom. Well, I can just tell. Don't hit the switch when you're hanging on
No,
to it.
I don't
Fuck
fucking
me,
rip your
I
fingers
fucking
open.
done my fucking fingers up pretty good.
Okay, well, I got her out.
Oh, good. Well, it was supposed to be welded in there, right? Like,
Yeah. I'm not happy about that.
well, what did you expect? You think it was just all going to come off finger tight?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. On a car that's been sitting for 50 years?
That's how it usually goes, right?
Yeah.
Just everything just fucking pops apart on these. All of the tin is loosened from each other, and the buckled apron, splash shield, whatever, that's out. Now it's time to straighten the big kink that's in the wheelhouse here. I mean, it's just a matter of pushing the kink out of it and allowing the whole unit to move closer to where it's supposed to be, because with the fender sorted, kinda, all of this stuff is just nowhere close anymore, and if we bolt the fender to it, we're right back where we're starting. So Tom's taking care of the carburetor on the other Buick with Miles. Here we go. Huh. And all that. Here are a couple of the damaged pieces from the front end of the pink 59 here. Obviously, along there, it's just folded, so that'll be fairly straightforward. And this one is a little twisted. See that should be a straight line there along the bottom or along the side. And now with that out of the way, that can be repaired. There's a kink in it here, and the rest of it's not bad. And I beat that straight yesterday, so with a very small amount of work, this all should come together. And then we have to push the entire apron and everything straight up with a jack, because it all kind of pushed down and back when it got damaged. So I'm going to do that, and then we can start. Let's see here, where this support here is down, half an inch at least. That should all come back pretty easily, and I have to pull the entire grill and then switch the halves and then put it back in. So still a fair amount of work to getting that presentable. Again, the idea here is not to repair everything permanently, but just to make it presentable so it can sit here until I have time to do the whole car. Okay, since I took the carburetor apart, it's only fair that I have to put it back together, even though that assumes that I remembered anything.
I could put it together wrong for you.
I could put it together wrong faster, so let's do it. Okay. What's this? What the hell is this?
In your mind.
There's so many little pieces.
I like my straight screwdrivers to have a nice round tip to them.
Yeah, I bet Smokey Unic had one that he used for scraping undercoating too. Hey Smokey, you done with that? Hang on a second, boys. We gotta get this undercoating off here. What's the point anyway? These are among the worst I've ever had to do in condition and location.
You got a nice gap in there, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, it'll run, whatever. They're opening. Your eyes are tuned to a few thou there. What is 20 thou to 18 to
Don't leave power on the table.
Oh, we gotta set those weights. I mean, let's take this distributor out. We gotta go do a curve.
Yeah, let's go
recurve a quick curve on it.
I'll stop right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that could use a quick debugging.
So like a couple dead spider nests.
Just a couple. Here, just blow it out quick.
Yep.
We're commenting on the power brake booster location.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
That you don't want to go through.
There's a huge metal can underneath it. I thought it was a muffler. It's the brake reservoir.
Where's the master? Oh, the master's missing on this car. Somebody's removed it, or is
nope,
it down there as
they're,
well?
they're
Shit,
down
it is,
there
but
as
look
well.
at they had a spot in the firewall.
Yeah,
for
the
it.
59 GM used a common firewall, and if this was a Chevy,
okay.
Tom Chevy has the cylinder there.
Oh man.
But this was their big move for 59 was everybody used the same
Everybody
cowl and firewall.
used-
So that's why windshields, front doors, dog legs, A-post, front floor pan, first year they all across the lines. So that's why you see weird stuff like that. We'll grab the rig out of the 56 Plymouth and put it on. And we've got a vacuum line here to the distributor from the carb that we have to
Are
hook
you
up.
going to hook up any coolage? Just the
No.
lower is unhooked right now. I mean,
Oh, well, I
Everything else is
guess
there.
everything else is there, isn't it?
you could just throw the hose on and throw some water in it if it runs.
Yeah, let's not get that carried away yet.
You guys put a new pump on it, didn't you?
We put a pump
From
on
the
it.
trunk?
Yeah, pumping the trunk. Yeah. All right, fucking Mario Andretti over there. He's got not leaving.
Come on.
Fuck. Just scrape the shit off.
I don't know if they've worn through.
That'll be fine.
Well, it's like it's got more corrosion on here than
Well,
Or
that means it
carbon.
was running at some point.
it's almost silver.
All right, she'll go. The screwdriver, did you get it back at me?
Right here.
Thanks. Let's get the cap and wires started on there. She's gonna go. There's the little window, so you can adjust it. Isn't that cool?
Window to the
Window to the points.
eh?
yeah.
They've just made the car so easy to work on. Try tightening that fucking screw in the back now.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Just checking this out. This is pretty complete, man. How many miles in this car, anyway?
I didn't look.
Like, there's nothing missing.
Yeah, it's good.
Where's the speedo in this thing?
Huh? Yeah, it's got the
Is it a
television
rotating?
screen speedo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, you.
Odometer is hard to read. What's everyone's guess?
116.
Anyone else got a guess?
Guess the miles on the Studebaker.
85?
85.
85
Steven, you got a number? You got a number for this dude? Come on, man. It's not an all-day
What did you
thing.
say, Miles?
85,000.
And miles
Yeah.
would go just over 100,000, and it's probably only 5.
105. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, well, my guess was 70. It's 61.
61. Wow.
It doesn't surprise me. Look, it's not. The quarters are there. The rockers aren't there.
Rockers are not.
Yeah, that's
But still.
possible. 60,000 miles.
There's no way it's got 160.
No, they didn't last that
Like,
long.
you wouldn't have all these parts on the engine still here if it had 160,000.
No, that seems to make sense. Just a car that was probably pretty hard to sell when it
Yeah.
was 10 years old.
We need plugs, eh?
Yeah, I gotta send
Did you get that on there?
So,
Miles, did you get it on?
yeah, it's on.
Good.
So which one was number one?
Right here.
Passenger side front.
No, I mean-
357.
Which one on there is number one?
That's irrelevant.
Oh yeah, I guess we have to figure that out.
Connect the dots, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
Who didn't number this shit when they took it apart? Honestly.
Well, we need to put a battery in it and get some compression on number 1, and then we have a timing mark to get us the last few inches there. And then we'll just check which way the rotor's pointing, right?
That means you gotta take the damn thing
Fuck.
off again.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. What kind of plugs we put in this thing?
Autolite number A42. And thanks to an amazingly lucky and generous donation, we want to say thanks to Les Kowalski for donating an amazing box of old plugs.
Incredible.
And just funny enough, here's the exact replacement plug. And there's a set of 8, probably for this type of engine when it was new. Couldn't really be any happier with that. The original ones are, that one I cleaned, the rest of them are pretty bad. So why would we not put a brand new set of Prestolite? Anybody who remembers where they sold these, they could leave a note, because that's cool. Brand new Prestolite 1442s. Just like right out of the box.
NIB, here you go.
New in box. Dean will be sad, they're no longer mint.
Yeah, mint in box.
Yeah. Where's Dean? Oh, these are cool. I almost hate using them, but I don't really. How much cooler could it be? We'll have to go into that box a little more of plugs. These are some of the less amazing plugs in there. There's plugs for brands and cars I've never heard of.
I've never heard of Prestolites either of those.
Yeah, it must be like,
Predecessor to Autolite, maybe?
well, probably like a gas station brand, like a Texaco kind of brand or whatever. How
Well,
many you got there?
Prestolite made distributors for Chrysler.
Yeah, there, it's
So,
Canadian, Sarnia, Ontario. Back when we used to make stuff.
Yeah.
Now all we make is fucking. Today's show brought to you by Prestolite and Buick.
Makes sense that they made distributors for Chrysler in Canada. They would have been just a subcontractor in Southern Ontario. Major.
Okay,
Make
I'm
spark
gonna get some.
plugs and everything else.
That's it. Got them all.
Getting there.
When is the carburetrix going on?
Pretty much now, right?
Yeah.
Nothing stopping us from just hammering that on.
I don't think so.
That's the vacuum advance line, the
them
little
those
copper one
nuts.
To the distributor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
there. Yeah.
Okay, on it goes.
Dual breather, man.
Hit this
Nice.
one too. Alright. That looks like a ½ inch, isn't it?
Sure. Okay. Gonna need a little wrench, I think, or maybe a skinny socket from above. Takes 2 fingers to rotate them.
Not part of the kit.
We can just go get the right tool. We have it.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, sneaky.
Build it like a puzzle.
Don't forget to hook up your starter switch there.
I don't even like that. That's
No,
such
that's
a crazy
terrible.
idea.
How many engines starved of oil when you're wide open throttle to start them?
Oh, the coil used to go here.
Looks like it.
So,
Gonzo, is it?
well, it might be in the front.
The Christmas tree on the battery. Think that'll do it?
Okay,
Click, 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 click. Let's watch
let's see what happens. We got enough shit going on here. Once it primes, we're fine. Now we want to see this not overflowing. Wow, cool.
Nice refill. Nice.
All right. So we should have jet pump if we squirt the throttle a few times. Give her some
Oh yeah.
lots of squirty. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is it in gear?
Yeah.
That's a legitimate question.
Right,
Need to
it's-
check.
It's been a while.
Where's the quick check?
Okay.
Choke
You
shut.
just like we just shut it off. Coil live. And I mean, who knows, right? Who's gonna run the throttles? Yeah, I'm going.
Give her. That seems slow.
No, are you on start on your thing?
It's making a lot of kind
This
of
guy?
light knocking sounds.
Oh, okay. No, I was just curious.
Well,
if
go to
if you
start
had
then,
this-
I guess. I mean, do we even have any spark? I guess.
Right?
It didn't even
Didn't give
cough.
us a
It
kick.
didn't even cough.
Did you
do it one more time, but I'm reluctant to fill the engine up with gas like I have before.
There's a bit of a knock in that engine.
Something
Just
sounds
me?
odd, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Was it doing that before?
I don't know.
Give her a couple turns. Start.
Nothing.
No sparks.
Nothing.
Okay, fuel, we should be good. And coils on, clear.
Yep.
Are you kidding?
A little rattly, but it sounded like
It almost
life.
started though.
Try again.
Oh, I'm gonna pump it up then. Okay, well that's enough to run for 10 seconds. You guys clear?
Clear.
Try and keep her running. Okay, it seemed better when you weren't touching it.
Yep, I won't. Go ahead.
Okay, lead.
Yep, go
Okay.
ahead.
Nevertheless, it's a runner.
She's a runner.
She's running. Let's see if the knock goes away.
Try and put a hand on the valve cover, see if you can feel it.
Okay, you keep it running.
Yeah, go squirt.
Clear. Does it even have oil pressure?
No
Well, it
idea.
has lots of oil, but
No
it certainly
idea.
doesn't have any rod bearings. Not anymore.
No.
No, the gauge came up halfway. Still up.
That thing sounds really bad. Well, the exhaust is quiet anyway.
Yeah.
It allows you to hear
Sure.
the horrifying rod knock that much better. Is that rod knock? It's gotta be.
I'm thinking.
It's a lot of knock. Major rod knock.
And
Okay,
it
you
sounds
guys clear?
bad, like it's bouncing around in there.
Oh, shit sounds very bad. Okay, give her some revs. No, I'm just kidding.
At least we know why the car is parked.
Sure.
Man, well, we're feeling good about all the hours into that little project.
So let's not run it much further.
No, I don't think there's much point, but we do have
gotta
oil
come
pressure,
out.
so at least we know it's not bad. I wonder if it'll start on its own.
And the lights come on. Well, one did.
What's that?
The marker light came on.
Fiddled around for a couple of days getting this thing running. It was running so poorly it would hardly move itself around, so accelerator pump, and the timing was just like, it was like ridiculously off. I don't know how it got like that, but there it was. Otherwise, seems to be running okay now. So it looks like, to me, what happened when Laura and I were driving is that the sound we heard was this sway bar sliding over, and maybe the link going over center. You see how that's all kicked off to one side now? So that's weird. That nothing's broken. I cannot find anything broken. So I'm gonna not worry about it too much while the car's up in the air. I'm going to tack the exhaust because the clamp is loose and it's causing all that rattling. And yeah, and I'd like to put exhaust on the forklift. So it seems like that's what we're doing today is shitty exhaust work. But the forklift is just lethal. The manifold's basically just dumping exhaust into the interior. So, oh, speaking of interiors, what's in the interior here? Oh, listen to that. Can't even tell she's running. No, that's alright. Let's have a listen.
Still with the level?
Yeah. Listen to
Just
that.
fresh.
Pretty good. I mean, done. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's done. Passive PCV. Still better than nothing, I guess. Try out this Jeep. Steven's gonna bring it around back. We're gonna pull the trailer out. Oh, he's gotta go 4x4 first.
Another perk of the jerry can for the
Yeah.
fuel supply.
Jerry can system. I think Jim owes me.
Yeah, he said it came with a full tank of gas.
Now we won't have enough to get the forklift back. I may have preceded this with a video of me loading up the Metro.
Don't even start.
What's up with
Don't
you?
even start.
What?
Don't even go, man. Did you show that? Oh, okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
here's what we got, though.
We're very fortunate to be able to trade the Metro for this disassembled Hudson 308. So we'd like to say a very sincere thank you to Roy Marco at Roy Marco's Garage for making me this offer that I couldn't really refuse. A real Hudson 308. So thanks, man. It's very kind. We'll have a quick look at the bits here. Just a once over. Okay. There. This is a second set of pistons that was included, so we're
Yes.
just kind of leaving that there. This is just as we unloaded it out of the vehicle. So,
We did. We had
so
all
it
these parts.
looks like most of the pieces are there. There's your, so presumably could be reassembled. There's a set of pistons and rods back there. The block looks good, and the cam is in it, and the crank is in it, and it's you know, it'd have to be cleaned up and kind of like
The lifters
gone
are
over.
around.
Yeah, I think everything's here. More or less everything's here. And I don't think it would take a heck of a lot to put it together.
He gives a stand. He gives an automatic transmission.
Yeah, and donated with was, I think it's a Hydromatic. If anybody knows better and it's Hudsomatic or something, you can let us know. But I think, not being totally sure, that we'll have to have a quick. I'll edit all this part out if I'm wrong. How about that?
Yeah, where is he?
If you're seeing this, it's a Hydromatic, or I just
You
couldn't be
idiots.
bothered. We'll just get blasted by the Hydromatic enthusiast group. Look at this, is a
Hornet.
beast, eh? Look at, just for perspective there. That's cool.
What's a 308 cubic inch?
Yeah.
Hudson
look at
Hornet.
Look at the length of the
You
connection.
guys are looking at the Hudson Hornet stuff, man.
Looks like there's bearings in it, Dean. Is that what I'm seeing?
And today is Dean's last day.
Yeah, the story of.
What's that? That's what.
What was that one they used to do? Behind the music, right? Behind the junkers.
Right, yeah, that's right.
Behind the greasy.
Where you get all like personal.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Dean just couldn't fucking get it together. He remembered none of his lines.
Yeah, that's right.
Showed up all stoned. Couldn't remember his Dean
Froggy
lines.
Stonedy, yeah. There's like, woo! Look at
Cut. That's cool. So, obviously, it's not the twin ace setup. Doesn't mean that that's out of the question.
that. Does mean.
I'll tell you, if it came along, I guess it would depend on how much internally would have to be changed, because I'm really not keen on, piling a whole lot of money into machining here. So
How's this block looking?
it looks minty. Let's have a quick boom. I don't see anything significant, really, compared to some of the shit that we put together here. These look really good. It looks like it was maybe left tight for a while. A little surface rust, but really quite exceptional. Nadine, I bet you can make it go. Hudson 308, kind of a legendary motor. So that one's the fuel pump cam, and that one's the distributor.
Are we missing
drive.
any parts though, Scott?
I don't think we're missing anything major. No, I think we're missing the clutch, but I don't think that's critical. I would love to, of course, with everything that I end up with, we'd love to drop everything and jump on it, but it's just not realistic. So we'll see, though. It would be. I do have 2 Hudson cars, one of which is actually pretty good. Maybe this is the piece that it needs.
Jeez,
I think we should put it together either way.
Oh my god.
Okay? We'll see how it goes.
That's crazy.
Okay, I installed my repair panel on the rear fender brace here. I installed the repair patch on the outside. Pretty decent, you can see. Come on now. There. So that's just, come on. There. So that's roughly installed now. Next thing will be to, we're going to roughly fit it on the car. And then this guy, everything's easier with 2 pads. There we go. That all looks very good. Weld up the original welds here and we'll drill some holes in the new piece, and then that can get welded here, and then that's ready to go back on for final fitting, and then some body work. It was kind of had a big high spot and dent. This was all pushed in, so really there was just a big pressure ridge in it here. Once I took that out and pushed this area here and straightened this flange and this guy, this was all the way in here, and it's all just kind of come back out. It looks really decent now. There's hardly going to be any work necessary to finish that up. So that's good, and
I'd like to get this fender sorted out as soon as possible here. Getting pretty close on the back door skin here. I'm just been stretching it all back into shape more or less, and you know, adjusting the edges a little bit more. Got the door edge trimmed, and we're starting to get the final shape to it there. Still a bit of a lump and whatnot to deal with, but getting a little closer there. Still got a little hammering and tweaking and fitting to do. Okay, putting cars away with Tom today. Plan is to get the Studebaker parked in the yard here. Let's go put it away. There's obviously lots more we could do with it, but it's blocking the driveway, so I'm gonna put it away while Tom's here to help. Are you filming or firing?
No, all fire.
All right.
Okay.
So coil on, and
Fuel on.
no, leave it off.
Okay.
If it, and start
Hit
it.
the start.
Yeah. Try it. Make me an offer, buddy. What do you think? Something sounds really bad. Tap it.
Yeah, it's going tap, tap, tap.
It's still quiet. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's harsh. Well, stay tuned next year when we tear all this engine apart and see what's actually going on.
Going up. There.
But check out how good it starts. Watch this. That's what it was doing yesterday. Well, that was a lot of work for 2 minutes of bad sounding engine. Too bad. Hey, Frankers, what do you think?
Well, you can sell it to somebody that's dead.
How's your hearing, buddy? Yeah, we'd have to sell it to somebody who's deaf and blind. What's all those dents? What are you talking about? Oh, well. Well, we had a lot of fun anyway. We had a lot of fun. Okay, ready?
Can you hear us right now?
Can you? Yeah, can they hear us? No.
Can you guys hear us right now? So what happened today, Scott?
We unloaded the Nash off the trailer. Look at parking space freeing up. So we're thinking maybe the Studebaker goes here, or maybe one of the other treasures goes here.
Oh,
and we put the Studebaker up front somewhere. So I'm assuming at this point we're going to at least put headlights in it
Let's do it.
and make the hood close properly. Drove the Frazer today.
Oh yeah, that's right. I know, that's such a sweetheart of a car. Good.
I'm enjoying it so much with the loose ashtray repaired. Can we see it? There we
I
go.
don't know, it's pretty dark.
Yeah. Anyway, 49 plate for the Frazer. Maybe we'll put that on. Somebody sent me a Kaiser frame.
What?
A Kaiser dealership frame. We got to put that on too. Yeah. That'll be cool. We got to find that. High praise for the Fraze. Running nice and cool and behaving itself.
largely.
Still running.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took it today. Yeah, it was cool. We cruised that sucker. It was wicked.
Right? A couple of less rattles.
Yeah. Pretty soon, yeah.
Gave her a light level 1, scooped the shit out of it, clean up there. I think we're going on 4 or 5 summers of driving this thing.
No 18-year-old.
It's just a hammer. It just keeps going.
There's no
Doesn't care.
18-year-old kids asking if we'd sell it.
No, it doesn't really get chased down, eh? So would you sell it?
My buddy's
sure.
got an NSX, and I really need this Frazer. You know?
All right, well, it's getting close to spring, and I got the old Frazer out, and it seems to be behaving itself. I had to change the frost plug at the back of the engine, so that was a pain in the ass. But we got that done. There's still lots we could do. It's got a cracked driver's window. I'd probably like to do that this year, but another thing I wanted to do for ages now, and if you're the person that sent this, please remind me so I can say thank you properly, because this is awesome. It's an original, I think that's Pennsylvania, Lawrenceburg, I could be wrong. Russell Bellew Motors, Kaiser Frazer. That's, I believe, an original item. That's not a reproduction. That is, that's really fantastic. So, thank you. I deeply regret not remembering who sent this. So please, if it was you, say so in the comments, and thank you very much. I also came up with some legit 1949 Alberta license plates. Looks like they've just expired, so we'll probably be okay. And I was gonna put this whole shooting match on the front of the car here. Something like that. So let's see. I'll have to make some bracketry and whatever, and sling it off the bottom of the old car guard here. I think I want it off to one side. I think I'll put it on the curb side. That is going to look cool. So thank you again to whoever sent that. Well, that looks just terrific. So, well, that can sit on there. I don't know what the rules are with putting them on the front and back, so I'm just going to leave it on the front for now. At least where I live here, you don't need a front plate, so anything you can put on the front is fine. I'm really happy with that. That's a fun way to dress up the old junker. And thanks again, everybody, for watching. We're having a good time, and I really appreciate all the comments in the videos, and it helps them get seen, so please feel free to leave a comment, even if it's just to say hi, or you know, say, why don't you sell that piece of shit, or whatever, or say hi to Frankers. Hit the like button if you like the old junkers and whatnot. It's much appreciated. It helps the videos get seen, and especially thank you to the patrons who keep this show on the air. Without them, there's no show, and I just want to say a special thank you to you guys. What do we got planned for summer? I think we're gonna have some fun. I think I would like to do another team challenge type of thing, so it will depend on scheduling and what other guys can contribute. I had a lot of fun doing the straight eights a couple years ago, so I'd like to do something like that, but maybe the difference would be maybe we take those, whatever we pick, and we take it to the point where it has plates on it. So leave us a note if you like that kind of thing. Leave us a note if you don't, and if you'd just rather see me fix this blue Dodge. I'm not sure whereabouts in the video we're putting this nonsense, but thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see everybody very soon. Right, boo-boo? Regular contributor.
Same old shit.